taken care of. So be sure to check that in a second. But this is going to do quite the damage to the Marine, or to the SCV line, taking out about 15 SCVs there.
And these guys are getting sieged, under siege from the siege tank. He should realize that there's a tank there and move away. Good idea to pick them up. But he should go, just go over here and avoid the siege tank. And here we see the drop from MayEclipse going off as well. He needs to get all those units out of that dropship.
Yeah, I would have really preferred a drop in the mineral line instead of a drop onto this tank. There's a much further distance for Alenick to run to get to the mineral line and then to reinforce that tank. And that dropship might go down, but it survives with 5 HP.
Yeah, if we look at the APM right now, MayEclipse was just over 100 right there, so definitely using all he could muster up to get that dropship out of there in the nick of time with just 5 HP. And he does finally bring out his expansion, his command center that he built. I would like to see him maybe throw down the orbital command on it while it was in his base, but it looks like his main is still under quite the siege here.
Yeah, he really needs to get repairing this orbital command. It's only got about 100 life left, and a couple more seconds if he doesn't realize this, it's going to go down.
And there we go. He does start repairing it. That would have been
thank God.
Pretty bad. This refinery as well is burning, so I hope he doesn't. I hope he starts to repair that. I think if you take an SCV and right mouse click on it, I think he will just start harvesting. So I think you actually may have to use the repair button to specifically repair that building. I hope he does that. This refinery it's going to be a waste of 75 minerals. It's got 10 HP left. I think it's going to go down. Yep, and it does go down. So a little bit of a mistake from MayEclipse there, letting that refinery go down, as it just is going to be wasted time mainly in losing gas that he could have harvested, and now he has to build another one.
Yeah, I really think he should be producing out of these barracks right now. He is constantly producing tanks, which is good. He has about 750 minerals and 450 gas. He could really afford to do that. Maybe get an upgrade. Upgrades are always important in mirror matchups. That actually suggests that for both players. But I would say that Alenick definitely has the advantage right now. He's producing out of most of his buildings. He's got this one barracks with the reactor. He's not quite putting anything out of yet. And if we look at the barracks with the tech lab, he has 4 Marauders queued up, now down to 3. As we stressed earlier, you never really want to queue units because it makes it look like you have much less economy than you actually do. Those are 200 extra minerals he could have being put towards something else with 1,000 at the moment. So I would like to see him produce some more SCVs and maybe even expand again to a hidden location.
Yeah, he is supply blocked right now, so I hope he's getting a supply depot down somewhere. There he is. But I'd like to also see him get some more tanks out. He has the resources for it. And if we look at the units tab, he still has a 1 tank advantage, but a 1 tank disadvantage. But if he gets a couple more tanks, that could really help take out this mainly Marine army of MayEclipse. MayEclipse is really hurting right now. He just got a 4th tank, it looks like, but he's only got 4 tanks and 16 Marines. I believe if we look at the supply, he's at 59 under 70, whereas Alenick is now at 75 under 78. So he's definitely got a little bit of advantage here, and it looks like he's going to pull out a little bit. Pretty good placement here. He's able to scout that or get vision of that bunker from across the ravine here.
Yeah, I'd really like to see another Marauder drop from Alenick in here at the back of MayEclipse's base, as now most of his units are out there defending the natural. And if he swung around by this back ledge over to the west expansion and just kind of came around the back, snuck in and took out these 4 Marines guarding the refinery, I really think he'd be able to take out a majority of the SCVs again.
Yeah, bad time to drop right now. He really should swing back into the main, and yeah, he could really taking out that orbital command would do a bunch of hurt on MayEclipse, as I just don't know what he could do. And MayEclipse is going to try to drop up here, and that's a really bad idea because he might lose that medevac before it's able to completely unload, and he does. So definitely a lapse in judgment here. And it looks like these tanks are going to siege up against each other, and Alenick can barely not see that tank. I thought he was going to be able to, but he can see some of the workers there. And I bet if he got a scan down, he would be able to see that. But MayEclipse strikes first and is able to take out this siege tank on the high ground.
Yeah, he does have all his forces loaded up into those dropships, and looks like he is going to go in for a push to the main again. I think if he gets this, I'm not really sure what MayEclipse can really do to recover. And he really needs to unload these units instead of just giving MayEclipse the knowledge that he's floating dropships around in his base.
Yeah, I mean, I actually like where he unloaded. He's able to get the units from MayEclipse to funnel up the ramp here.
Yeah,
You
the
know,
only thing I would say was he was a little bit in the range of the tanks and got shelled a little, but he should be fine if he can pick off these SCVs when they try to swing around through. I mean, it looks like the orbital command is going to go down. That's in that tank that it's just popping out. Didn't even stand a chance. And there's the GG from MayEclipse.
yeah. So I think that for MayEclipse's part, he could have done a better job of getting that expansion a little bit earlier. He had the command center built, but I think he was a little too focused on his drop over here, and also the drop of Alenick in his own base. And he lost a little bit of focus while getting that command center down. He did have the tank advantage, but he used it mainly for defensive purpose along his front choke. And Alenick, wisely never walked down this front choke. So these tanks weren't able to do much damage. They each have a few kills, but I think that's mainly from when Alenick dropped off his forces over here across the ravine. He never really had a couple of tanks placed by his command center to protect from the drop, and that really was what cost him the game, I think.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely saw the power of drop play from both players in this sense. As you said, I would like to see MayEclipse take his expansion a little bit earlier. He does have about 2,000 minerals right now, so you've got to be sure you're constantly producing. Same with Alenick, which is about 3,000 minerals and 1,200 gas. So, I mean, at this point, he could really afford to be producing out of at least 2 factories. He could probably throw down another barrack and he'd be fine. If I end up having this many minerals and gas, I tend to go double eBay if I'm going heavy bioball. To get an armory, upgrades for your tanks are always great, makes them do more damage. And I would actually like to comment, if we take a quick look at Alenick's base, on the missile turret placement around his command center. I mean, this is okay trying to guard drops from the top area by the starport, but realistically, he could just unload by the armory, snipe it, and walk right in, and I think he could even sneak back behind the mineral line, and he might be able to find a sweet spot where he wouldn't be hit. So I would like to see these turrets in a little bit different place.
Yeah, that definitely would. The front one out here, especially on the left side of the command center, it's like, is he really going to fly over your entire main base and drop out there? You definitely want to protect against the backside generally. You also do want to protect against your tech buildings. Mainly from if you're worried about banshees. But against the drop, you want to protect your mineral line mainly, and your army will be able to be in position to come back and protect your production buildings if he decides to drop on that. But overall, good play by both players. Definitely had the resources to do more. Even MayEclipse here has over 2,000 minerals. So, as you get that second expansion, make sure you increase your production facilities. Throw out an extra barracks, throw out an extra factory. So you can produce more with the resources you have and can reinforce your army as quickly as possible.
Yeah, definitely. And hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope we were able to offer some good advice. And until next time, keep getting better.